Hey, welcome to Selling with Sandra. My name's Sandra Carter. I'm a commercial real estate agent and I've been in the game for over 20 years. So I want to teach you the habits, the tricks, the tools, and the hacks to be exceptionally good at selling in whatever field you're in. I'm here to unlock the secrets of successful selling and share the habits that separate the pros from the rookies. So buckle up because we're about to take your sales game to a whole new level. Whether you're a seasoned pro or you're just getting started, you are in the right place to supercharge your sales skills. Let's dive in, folks. In today's episode, I'm going to explain to you why being reliable is so critical to your success. Hey. Welcome to episode 64. My name's Sandra Carter. I'm your host today, and I am a commercial real estate agent with over 25 years experience in the game. So I know a little bit about success, and I'm going to tell you today why being reliable, not only in business and in sales, but in life, is so critical to your success big picture. Your reputation as a person and as a salesperson is built on the promises you keep, not on the promises that you make. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you build trust. Every time you don't, you withdraw from that trust account. Now, being reliable doesn't mean being perfect. It means being accountable, communicating early when things change, and taking responsibility for your commitments. Now, you know yourself that people naturally gravitate towards those they can depend on. Reliable people are given more opportunities, more responsibilities, more leadership positions because they've earned that trust. You want to become that person. Reliability is one of the most under-talked about and the most underrated disciplines out of all the sales skills I hear about. But in reality, it's the most valued quality in business and relationships and life. Skills can be taught, knowledge can be learnt, but trust must be earned. Now, as a successful salesperson, I completely understand that motivation comes and goes, but discipline is what carries you through. It makes the difference. So when it comes to being reliable, you need to dig deep. You need to have that discipline to do exactly what you said you're going to do so that people can trust you. Discipline is keeping the promises you make to yourself and to others, especially when it's inconvenient. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is so often bridged by the small things you consistently do every day. Too many salespeople I see overestimate the role of luck and underestimate the power of discipline. Luck may create opportunity, but discipline determines whether you're prepared to take advantage of it. Very rarely, the most successful people are the most intelligent or the most talented person in the room. More likely than not, it's the ones that are willing to do the boring, the repetitive, the tasks that they don't really want to do, but they keep doing it anyway. Reliable people understand that showing up matters. It's so important. And it doesn't just have to be in sales. If you've promised someone you're going to turn up and help them do something and you don't turn up, that person's going to firstly think you're flaky. Secondly, they're never going to rely on you again to do that. If you say you're going to do something, they're not going to believe you. I've had an instance just recently where a friend of ours said that they were going to come and do something that's what they do for a living at our place. And we'd already hired someone else to do it. And they said, no, I'll do it. And never showed up. And never showed up the second time and said, I'll be there and tomorrow, I'll be there the next day, and never showed up. So you kind of start to think, well, I'm not going to be able to rely on you next time. You're probably better off saying that I would have loved to help you, but I'm just too busy and I can't do it. But here's another guy or here's someone else who can help you. Reliability really is a choice made daily. Over time, those choices become habits. So those habits become your character, and your character becomes your legacy. You don't want to be known as the flaky guy that never shows up when they say they're going to. It's all about adulting. Being an adult is about being responsible. Now, there's so many times that I'm doing things that I don't want to do because I know that it's so important to actually be present and to show up and be that reliable person. I want to be that reliable person for my team, my peers, my family. So if you want to be successful, you really need to stop thinking about yourself and start thinking about your commitment to being the person you want to be seen as, to be the person you want to be. Now, in sales, your product knowledge matters, your market knowledge matters, and your negotiation skill matters. But none of this matters if people cannot rely on you. The most successful people I know are definitely not the most talented, but they are the most disciplined, the most consistent. Like a reliable salesperson returns calls, follows up when they say they're going to, sends information when they say they're going to, turns up prepared for appointments, turns up on time. Those types of consistency, even though they're little things, people feel like they can trust you. They know next time you say you're going to meet them somewhere, you're going to be there because you've already proved that to them. Don't forget, clients remember how you make them feel. When you consistently do what you say you're going to do, the client feels confident. They feel at ease dealing with you, and so are more likely to proceed with the process and proceed with the sale if they trust you, because they do feel confident that what you're telling them is actually true. A flaky salesperson is always too busy, forgets stuff, forgets to follow up, misses deadlines, constantly makes excuses. And over a period of time, the client's going to lose faith in you. They're going to stop taking your calls because they can't rely on you. Now, sales is not a profession where success comes from the occasional burst of effort. It comes from daily discipline and consistent activity. The salesperson who makes 50 calls every day will outperform the salesperson who makes 200 calls on one day and none for the rest of the week, every single time. And a really, really good salesperson understands that follow-up is where the deals are won, not in the first call. Now, you got to listen to my podcast, 8 Touch Points, to really delve into why it's important that you keep being consistent. The average salesperson just gives up way too early. They don't even get to those 8 touch points. Now, most clients are trusting you with significant decisions, particularly if you're working in real estate. Whether it's a lease or a sale, buying an investment property, they need confidence that you'll be there throughout the process, that they can be relied on throughout the whole entire process, because it is a process. Your reputation in the marketplace is built one conversation at a time. People will quickly learn whether you are somebody who follows through or somebody who does not. The difference between top performing agents and the average agent is often not market conditions, luck, talent. It's a discipline to complete the other activities that most people avoid. Another podcast, be extraordinary. Do the extraordinary things the other agents aren't doing or the other salespeople in your field are not doing. Discipline means doing the prospecting when you are busy, not just because you're desperate for a deal. Reliable salespeople understand that activity creates opportunity. They don't wait for the business to happen. They create it through consistent effort. Now, the market's always going to have its ups and downs. Recently, we had the budget come through. Everybody went to water. Nobody did anything. I said to my sales team, look, most people are not going to buy anything now. Just focus on leasing. But within 2 weeks, it flipped around again. So we had to be ready to turn. Nobody jumped off a bridge. Nobody sat back and decided that I'm not going to do anything. We consistently worked and we just pivoted and went in a different direction. Being a reliable salesperson means doing the fundamentals anyway, regardless of market conditions. I want my clients to say, Sandra always calls me back. I know she's going to do what she says she's going to do. And it's so important that you're working towards building yourself a reputation where you know your clients are saying the same thing. Success is very rarely about one big moment. It's hundreds of small promises kept over the years, which results in you feeling like everything's going your way all the time because you make your own luck by being that reliable person. So your reputation's so good that good things happen to you. And so there's the success, and it's just a constant feeling of getting the results. And it's not because you had a lucky moment. It's not because your planets aligned. It's because you've just positioned yourself in such a way that the deals come to you because you're the person to go to because you're reliable. Again, trust and reliability go hand in hand, and it takes discipline to be reliable. Now, here are my 5 top tips for being reliable. Number 1, do what you say you're going to do. If you tell a client you're going to call them tomorrow. If you make a promise you're going to send them the information by close of business, send them the information. Even if it's going to be late and it's the same day, don't hang up your boots. Don't close your laptop. If you know you were supposed to do that, get it done anyway. Even if it's late, it's better than being late on the same day, not the next day. Remember, your word is your brand. Every promise kept builds trust, and every promise broken damages it. Number 2, use a system and stay organized. Don't rely on your memory. I've got notebooks in my handbag and in my car. I write stuff down all the time. It's a bit old school. I also use a program to keep my team all on the same page so that we've all got notes, calendars, diaries, Google calendars that we're all looking at the same time so we don't miss anything. Reliable salespeople don't have better memories than everyone else. They just have better systems. Number 3, follow up consistently. 8 touch points. Most opportunities are lost because of poor follow-up, not because of competition. Your competition didn't have something better. You just didn't follow up and finish the deal. Make follow-up a daily, non-negotiable activity. Clients who say, not yet today, could become the next deal next week or in 6 months' time. Just keep following them up. Doesn't hurt you. Number 4, be disciplined, not motivated. Motivation comes and goes, and it's something that's quite hard to control. But reliability comes from doing the work whether you feel like it or not. That's the difference. Disciplined people are successful people, not necessarily motivated people. Make the calls, send the emails, complete the tasks, day on day, even when you don't feel like it. Number 5, take ownership and communicate. If something's not going the way it's meant to go and you can't do what you say you're going to do, own it immediately. Don't avoid difficult conversations. Reliable people communicate early and provide solutions and take responsibility for the outcomes. Now, I have a methodology. It's called the 10 before 10. So I get my worst 10 phone calls out of the way before 10 a.m. Now, I didn't create this process. I've heard it somewhere before. I'm just plagiarizing it. I'm ripping it off. But it works for me. So 10 before 10, if you've got to tell somebody some bad news, if you can't be somewhere where you're supposed to be, you need to just rip off the Band-Aid and make those 10 calls before 10 o'clock because the rest of the day will go a lot smoother. Now, the bottom line is really that the best salespeople aren't necessarily the smartest, most experienced, most talented. It's often those who just show up, follow through, keep their word, do what they say they're going to do. And if you do that, you build on that and you become that reliable person with a very good reputation. And that's what separates the top performers from everybody else. And really in life, you want to be that reliable person. You want to be that go-to guy or girl. You don't want to be someone who's considered flaky. No, it just doesn't even matter what aspect of your life. It might be a club you belong to where you've got somebody who keeps saying they're going to help, but they never show up. that person's not held in high regard. They're considered flaky. They're considered unreliable. And as an adult, I mean, when you're in your early 20s, maybe that's okay. But as an adult, really strive to be somebody people can rely on, because that's how you're going to be remembered. That is your legacy. So I guess you have to decide, how do you want to be perceived? What's your legacy? How do you want to be thought of? How do you want to be remembered? So do you want to be the flaky guy, or do you want to be the reliable go-to guy? It's not going to be easy. You got to dig deep. You got to get that discipline going. You got to be consistent. You got to be reliable. But it's so worth it. So anyway, that's a wrap. Episode 64. My name's Sandra Carter. I'm a commercial agent. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook and LinkedIn. And my hashtag is Selling with Sandra. So don't be flaky. Do exactly what you say you're going to do and smash that glass ceiling. Oh, and just one more thing before you go. Please like this podcast and give me a rating. That would be a huge help. I would really appreciate it. And follow me on Instagram, Sandra Carter Commercial Agent. Thank you.